Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks. And yes, we're in another T29, and yes, this is another What Would You Have Done video. Minor spoiler, we did win this game, but there was a part where I am not sure whether I made the right choice. Got away with it, but would you have played it any differently? On the top tier heavy, and I think, if I remember rightly, yeah, they've got 3 top tier heavies. We've just got me. So I figure, okay, I'm going to find somewhere I can hide my hull, get my turret into play, and then I can certainly deal with the IS and Black Prince. If the T29 is doing the same, we'll probably be bouncing each other all day. So I decided to go to the coast road. Allows me to cover that flank and gives me a chance. Let's say that the matchmaking screwed us a bit. We've got the T29 mine, we then got T150, and then a Churchill one, a KB1S, and a BK3001H. Whereas they've got a Black Prince, an IS, and a T29, 2 of which are very good tier 7 heavies, one of which isn't a bad tier 7 heavy, and they're all tier 7 heavies. They've then got a Churchill 7 and a T150, and so they've got 5 of their 6 heavies are tier 6 and tier 7. I'm trying to find their other heavy. Oh, KB1S, tier 5. They've got 1 tier 5 heavy. So I decided to go this way in order to camp this corner and basically intercept anything that comes up the coast road. I'm in a reasonably forward position, so I can react, and basically the whole idea. But we're actually doing all right. We're already 2-0 up. So I come up onto here with 3-0 up, and we've taken out one of their heavies. KB1S was taken out by one of our tanks. I missed who it was. But our T20, our T20, E25 and our Panther, GW Panther have all taken hits. Taken kills. We've now lost our first tank, which is our Glenite, and suddenly I spot the Cromwell having a go at my company because the VK3001H has come up behind me. So I just auto aim and just blast him to oblivion. He's tracked, he's not going anywhere. He's got a T67 behind him. That one just derped. I was aimed at the centre of mass and it just derped, but his history. The VK3001H probably could have driven that better. So we've actually got 3 of our heavies on this corner with no sign of anyone apart from that Panzersuffel. So I reload, and we can see that their Black Prince, their T29, they're have both come up the far flank. Their IS, their Churchill 7 and the T150 are in the middle. So I think, well, nothing's coming this way. I know where their heavies are. Time to do something. We're still winning 5-4. Our GW Panther's got 2 kills and actually played very, very well. He didn't do massive amounts of damage, but did play really quite well. So I'm keeping an eye out for that Panzersuffel because I'm expecting him to stub it there, and then he pops up right in front of me when I'm not looking. Cheeky bugger. Oh, there he is, I say. Right, now this little bit here surprised me a little bit. I don't know whether I just hadn't clicked in the game that the IS was up there, but the IS nails me with a bad hit. And I can't... Can I get a shot on the... No. Aim too late, I think I hit the rock. There you go, there's the hit off the IS, and I can't even see the IS. I then derp a little bit here. I don't realise that statue base is actually indestructible. So I take a second hit off the IS, but it's only track damage, so I'm not bothered about that. Back to the Hellcat. So actually reasonably well side scrape behind this thing that I can't destroy. I'm now going to decide where to go. And at this point, I'm just going to pause it briefly. Right, so I know that I've got an IS and a Hellcat up ahead of me. I've got that Panzersuffel, which is just... Is it the Panzersuffel that's just taken out the Churchill? Something's just taken out the Churchill. No, it's not the Panzersuffel, it's Panzersuffel hasn't got any kills. It's probably the IS. Although it could be the Hellcat. It's just taken out the Churchill 1 that was with me. The VK3001H has gone up the coast road, which strange decision, but he was on full health. Now at this point, I don't think this is the point where I was actually indecisive or wondering what to do. In fact, let me just reduce the map a little bit. Right, there we go. But we've got GW Panther, we've got all our arty still. The E25's off to the side. We've got a Cheery. I'm not sure where our Hellcat's back towards base. They've still got all their top tier heavies, plus a Churchill 7. And although we know the IS is still in their base, the chances are their T29 and Black Prince and probably some support is going to be coming up down the 8 line and try to come into our base that way. That's the likely way that they come. They might come around the other side. They could do either. Now, at this point, I don't think I've quite tweaked to that. Would you carry on from here the way that I did, or would you do something else? So that's your first. What would you have done? So that was really weird. It derped just as I got up and the gun depressed, and I thought, oh shit, I've hit the ground, and actually I hadn't. Now, that surprised me and pleased me in equal amounts. The IS has changed to high explosive. He's bounced me once, he's penned me once, and he's changed to high explosive. So that was a real weird decision by him. I knew I might take a hit diving down there, but obviously what I'm trying to do here is use the terrain. Their top tier heavies are still unspotted. They were, and there you go. So their IS is still in the base. I've got the Hellcat there. And their top tier heavies suddenly... I know, was capping out their base? No, capping our base. That's right, the VK2000. And then I find the GW Panther behind me. So suddenly something's capping, and I've got a GW Panther just come round behind me. I know that I've got time to get around and shoot him. But in fact, I think it was our Hellcat got him. I've now got to get back round and keep me, try and keep hull down while I'm repositioning. So they were briefly capping, and then but something got the VK3001H, so that's not a problem. And then suddenly I think this is where I spot that I've got the Black Prince as I'm relocating, and the T29 back at our base. So I've got two choices here. Do I carry on playing it the way I did? Now, we've got a lot of stuff intercepting their base. The GW Panther's relocated. The Cheery's still there. The Hellcat, Bert and the E25 are all surrounding our base. So we've got plenty of support, but it's all squishy stuff. It's relying on them playing well. Meanwhile, I'm dealing with an IS and a Hellcat solo, which are... and somewhere is their M44. So the chances are I've got three. I'm facing a 2v3 situation, potentially 3v1, because that VK3001H is on very low health. If you get shotgun by the RT, which I'm guessing he'll face the RT, he'll just get mashed. Now, my thinking at this point is, I need to get back to the base, but if I turn and start heading towards the base, chances are the two tanks that I've been engaging, the IS and the Hellcat, are both going to be able to get behind me and put shots into me. And if I die, I'm no use in that man the beast. So I'll push up a little bit. They've stopped capping, they start capping again. I don't know, that'll probably reset on the E25. And I push. I decide what I've actually got to do is push their cap. We're now 10-10. What did we just lose? We lost the Hellcat. Black Prince is still capping. Oh, nice. Try and get a good shot on the ice. The IS now think, screw this, I'm going to go round. Now, I haven't seen the Hellcat. I don't know where the Hellcat's gone at this stage. It bounces me. The reason I go this way initially is because I want to make sure that that Hellcat hasn't vanished. Incidentally, we've nailed the Black Prince. I think the Cheery nailed it. I can't see the Hellcat, so this is where I decide to head back to base. I've done 1.5k damage, which isn't too shabby. And decide, right, and then the M44's on the move. Okay, right, didn't expect that. The 3001 has died, by the way. Now it was a bad judgment by the E25. I'm coming up and he just derps around the corner straight into the T29 that he knew was there. You'll notice the GW Panther's still alive, but we're now, well, we were until I nailed the T25. 3-2 down. I've got the Hellcat and that M44 seemed to be on the move, but I've got some health. I could probably take a hit from the M44, I thought. I haven't got a clue what the alpha is on the M44, but it's a case of whether it depends, isn't it? The shotgun range is against heavy tank, it's unlikely it'll get full damage. The Hellcat gets on the run, so we're up to 1800 damage. Boom. And I've just got the M44 to deal with. 4 kills so far. Yeah, I thought I could take. I was pretty sure I could take a hit off the Hellcat, the M44, and there we go, 2.1k damage. But the question is, would you have played that any differently? I 2.1k damage, 5 kills. Right at the end there, I won us the game. But is there a way I could have made it easier? It was certainly very nerve-wracking at the end there, where I knew they were trying to cap out, and didn't know obviously how good my players were. But was I right to be concerned about the IS and the Hellcat? And therefore, did I play it right, or do you think I should have played it differently? Whatever you think, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's it for that video, and we'll speak to you soon. Ta-ra!